Striking one enemy capital is risky enough, but Israel has struck two. Before hitting Tehran, they hit Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. Israel had blamed Hezbollah for an airstrike on Golan Heights, an attack that killed 12 children. So a response was always on the cards. The only question was the scale. Would Israel strike deep inside Lebanon, or would they target the border regions with Israel? Well, we have the answer. Beirut is as deep as it gets. The airstrike hit a southern suburb of the city, an area which Hezbollah controls. It's also a very populated part of the city of Beirut. Projectiles hit an apartment building in the area. Officials say it was located just a few meters from a major hospital. And it wasn't a random airstrike. It was a targeted attack on a top Hezbollah commander. His name is Fuad Shukur. Israel says he plotted the Golan attack.
Fuad Shukur was the right-hand man to Hassan Nasrallah, Hezbollah's leader and his advisor in planning and directing attacks and operations. Fuad Shukur was the commander responsible for the Majd al-Shams massacre, in which 12 children were murdered after Hezbollah fired an Iranian Falak 1 rocket directly at a soccer field in northern Israel on Saturday evening.
Shukur's body has been found from the rubble. There was some confusion about his death earlier. At first, Hezbollah sources claimed that he had survived the strike, but now it looks like he did not. So Israel's operation was successful. But who exactly was this commander? Fuad Shukur was part of the Hezbollah's Jihad Council. It's the group's top military body. He was also in charge of their weapons, your precision rockets, anti-ship missiles, and long-range rockets. All of it was acquired by Fuad Shukur. He was also linked to a deadly attack in 1983. Terrorists had bombed US and French forces in Beirut back in 1983. Almost 300 soldiers were killed in that attack. The US says Shukur plotted it. So he was a key member in the Hezbollah hierarchy. And now he's dead. Israel's strike also killed 3 civilians. Among them were 2 children, a 10-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. Just think about the irony. Israel's strike was all about avenging the death of 12 children, but in the process, they killed 2 more. That's what war is. It's not about getting justice. It's about inflicting pain. The question is, what will be the fallout of this strike? Israel says it's not keen to carry on. For them, this was a tit-for-tat attack. You hit us, we hit back. So now we are square.
The performance tonight in Beirut was focused, high quality, and limited. We don't want war, but we are preparing for all possibilities, and within that you have to prepare properly, and we will do our job at all levels above you.
We don't want war. That's the message from Israel, but Hezbollah will not see it that way. In public, they have denied carrying out the Golan attack. The Hezbollah have denied carrying out the attack in Israel. So for them, this is not a response. This is a provocation. Hezbollah leaders are lashing out at Israel. They say they are ready for war.
This confirms 2 things. 1, that this enemy demands war and we are up for it, God willing. We are up for it, God willing. And it confirms another thing, that we will continue as a country, people, resistance and battlefront against the Israeli enemy to take up our duties in full, to confront it and prevent it from achieving its goals through this attack.
The target is key here. Hezbollah knew that an attack was coming. So did Lebanese government officials, but they got the target wrong. Hezbollah thought Israel would hit their southern strongholds, maybe sites near the border, but Israel went deep. They targeted a top leader in the Lebanese capital. That's Israel's way of sending a message, sort of like saying, we can hit you anywhere. But is there appetite for more, for a wider war? Well, that depends on the Hezbollah now. Chances are they will respond to this attack. But again, it's a question of how. How will they respond? Will they stick to Israel's border regions, or will they strike Israeli cities? They certainly have the capabilities. This year, Hezbollah released 3 drone videos of Israel. One shows the port of Haifa, the other shows Golan Heights, and the third shows the Ramat military base. It's located around 50 kilometers inside Israeli territory. Now, the point of these videos is quite simple: to showcase capability, to demonstrate that Hezbollah can get drones deep inside Israel. It can shoot strategic sites and then return safely. That was the idea behind these videos. But will they choose this risky option? Let's hope they don't. Most countries have urged both sides to de-escalate, and that includes Israel's ally, the US.
We do not want to see an escalation. We do not want to see an all-out war. It is important for the people of Israel, it is important for the Lebanese people to live in safety, to get back to their homes, and that's what we want to see.
Escalation or not, one thing is quite clear: new red lines have been drawn. Until this year, Iran and Israel only fought shadow wars. But now they're striking directly. Same with Israel and Hezbollah. Israel last struck Beirut in 2006. It was during the Israel-Hezbollah war, 2006. But October 7th changed the equation. In January this year, Israel took out a Hamas official in Beirut, and months later, they have struck again. So war or not, Israel has just upped the stakes.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup Vantage has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.